and welcome to day 6 of 30 yoga challenge, 30-day yoga challenge. My name is Catherine and I'll be taking you through today's practice. I had planned that today was going to be the last of an upbeat kind of strong practice, but what I didn't realize was that after backbending classes I often get a very strong headache, and I got a migraine last night and it's still here this morning. And in the overall theme for the 30-day challenge is more self-love, then I can't do that strong practice today, so I have to take it slower, I have to do gentle, I have to nurture my body, and I have to try soften this space in my brain that is pounding. So today's practice, it can get intense from time to time. You'll need a strap, a block, maybe a bolster. And you need to go gentle with your body. So if, like me, backbending causes headaches for you, I know for other people it causes them to be super energized. So I need you to listen to that and what your body is saying, and based off what it is that you need, then serve your body accordingly. And that can be through my practices, it can be through other people. There's tons of free yoga practices online. So find what works for you, that's what's most important. I find that when I get these kind of migraines that I feel incredibly tired. I got like this massive strong pain in the left front side of my brain, and it just feels like someone has hit it with a hammer. And I actually experienced a very sharp flash of light last night when I was just sitting down doing nothing. So when I researched it, it said it could be migraines, and I get migraines often, so it makes sense. Things I like to do when this happens is I like to get cozy, so I steal one of my husband's hoodies because they're so cozy. And then I get this oil. I have an oil that I got from a friend, Sean, in Dublin. It's a minty oil, it's very strong. And I dab just 2 bits on the temples, one on either side. And I think actually a girl who used to work on reception in Yoga Hub, Natasha, I think she told me about this, to just put it on your temples. It's like magic. It's so good. But try, if you put it on your fingers, make sure you wash your hands afterwards so that you don't burn your eyes. And then I really like to have a candle. The smell really helps my nervous system settle down, because I obviously fired up something very strong yesterday. Today's practice, we're going to work on releasing the neck, the head, the shoulders, and the spine in an attempt to let everything relax. And I did have a very tight sports bra on before this practice, which was pulling a lot on my shoulders, so I took that off. So if you feel like you've got an article of clothing that's quite intense on your body and it's pulling tightly on your body, then take it off. You don't need it for today. We're going to leave my oil to the side. We're going to begin in our first pose, is standing forward folds. I'm just going to grab my belt so I have it for later. And in a standing forward fold, you're going to have your feet about hip distance apart. I'll go this way so that I don't burn my hair off the candle in that direction. You're going to bend your knees, grab a hold of your bolster and your blocks, whatever you need. And you're going to let your entire body fold forward. Let your hair come all the way forward. It can oftentimes feel nice to grab the hair and release it. Grab and release. Grab and release. We're going to stay here for a little while. If it doesn't feel comfortable to stay still, you can move as you need to. Maybe sway side to side. Feeling each vertebra of your spine, creating a little bit more space between each one. Getting released, letting go, shaking your head, yes, no.
hands onto your knees if you need a little bit more support. I can feel the popping happening in my middle spine, and it's probably all directly connected to this strong back bending class that we done yesterday, the heart opening. Notice if you're holding yourself in this shape, can you let your body completely relax into it? Maybe you clasp your hands behind your low back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and let the hands fall overhead. Just noticing what feels good in your body, what's cracking, what's popping. I feel like I need a chiropractor to just come in and crack me back into shape. And slowly, you're going to take it down to her knees.
Oh God, I feel so much. You're going back onto your heels. Maybe it's the beginning of a head cold I'm getting, because I feel a lot right now, so maybe it's just any fluid stuck in my spine that's shifting around and letting go. Rocking your head side to side. And then slide your bolster to the top of your mat. Knees come apart if you like, and lower your body down to rest. You can grab your bolster if you want to make it nice and comfortable and restorative. And you can draw the bolster all the way in to the pelvis. Let your body rest over. This is actually a really nice way to let the back body be released and opened. If you imagine the back body is spilling over the bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can hug a pillow, cushion, rolled up duvet. And the beauty for you is that you can just press pause on the video and then come back to it in a moment. Can you notice on each exhale that you're releasing and letting go of something? Everything cracks and pops in my body. Especially as the days get colder. If you have your head turned to one side, you're just going to lift your head up and turn it to the other side. and the bolster out in front. You're going to come lay down into your regular child's pose, and then you're going to walk your fingers all the way over to the top of right hand side of your mats. Maybe walk them off the mat and really stretch out the left side of your body. And coming back into center, walk your fingertips all the way over to the left side, stretch out the right side of your body. Back all the way up into center. Up onto all fours. Oh, you might feel a lot in your ankles and your feet. So if you do, just make some gentle circles here in one direction and then change them into the other direction. We're going to tuck our toes under. Sink your bum back onto your heels. Make sure you can reach back and include the pinky toe over here. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take our arms out to the side. Bring your left arm under your right and bring your arms into eagle. If you can get your palms to touch, or you can interlace your fingers. And then I want you to lift the elbows up so they're in line with the shoulders, and then draw the wrists away from the face so they're in line with the elbows. I'm not sure where your body is feeling it from the last few days of practice, but I'm feeling a lot across the shoulders right now. And all that tension and tightness is probably putting too much pressure on my spine, which is sending nerves up into my brain, causing headaches and migraines and lots of unpleasant sensations. So I'm going to stay in here and I'm going to inhale in through my nose and exhale, sigh, let it go out of the mouth. There's so much going on in the shoulders that I'm forgetting what's going on in the feet. Releasing. Come forward, all fours. Gently tap out your toes. Sink your bum back onto your heels. Then we're going to stay in this seated. If it's too intense, you can take a block and sit onto a block. Just having the toes pointed straight back behind. We're going to use the strap in our right hands, lift the strap up overhead, and then let the hand fall down behind the back. The left hand comes around to grab a hold of the strap, if that's available, or if that's what's your best option. And if you don't need the strap, you're going to clasp your fingertips together, keeping that right elbow up towards the ceiling, left elbow to the ground. Notice if you're overarching into your spine and pull it all back into center. Close your eyes. Inhaling in through your nose. Exhale, let your body relax from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Inhaling, expanding in every direction. Exhaling, release and letting something go. slowly releasing. Oh, the right hand down. I definitely got some knots going on in that right shoulder. Once COVID is gone, I can get back to massages. Remove the block. Come onto all fours. Again, checking in with your feet, maybe drawing some circles. Mine are feeling a bit stiff. Tucking the toes under. Make sure the pinky toe is included. Sink your bum back onto your heels. This time you're going to wrap the right arm under the left, clasping the hands together or bringing the palms to touch. It's just as intense on this side for me again. If you want, you can lift the elbows straight out from the shoulders, draw the wrists away from the face, and breathe. Let the soles of the feet be soft. And releasing. Coming to all fours. Pointing the toes, sitting onto a block if that's better for your body. I personally just find it super comfortable, so. And I want to be comfortable today. Lift the strap in your left hand up towards the ceiling, let it fall down your back. Grabbing onto the strap with your right hand. And if you don't need the strap, just leave it and clasp your fingers together. Left elbow up to the ceiling, right is down to the ground. If your chest is expanding, pull it all back into center and sit down. Allowing your body to open a little bit more on each exhale. Notice where you're resisting it most. And if you engage into that area on the inhale and let it soften on the exhale. Slowly releasing your hands. Oh, that was a lot. Coming back onto all fours. Oh, drawing circles with your feet in one direction and then in the other. We're going to move through a bit of a camel flow here, so go gentle. We start in child's pose where we've been. And we come all the way up into our camel. You can have your toes tucked under or pointed. You're going to drop the right hand, or the left hand back onto the left heel, and open up the right arm up to the ceiling. And then bring it back down. Child's pose. Coming back up. And then the left arm. And bring it back down. And then back up. You can keep your hands on your heels. Inhaling as you draw down, exhaling as you expand and open up. Maybe you don't come all the way down to child's pose, but your bum comes back onto your heels. You can take the
hand to the floor rather than your heels. Making big circles with the arms. Extending the hips all the way forward. Ooh, I'm getting a bit close to that candle with my hair. Last one with the right hand on the ground, left hand up in the air. And then come all the way back. Child's pose. Making your way all the way up into all fours. Find a comfortable seat. If you need to be up on a block or a bolster, I'll come face you. And if you want the right leg in front or the left leg in front, whatever is comfortable. You can also just have them crossed at the shins, sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to take our hands behind our back, clasp our fingertips together, and then bring your fingers, your hands clasped together over to the left hand side. And then slowly lower the left ear towards the left shoulder. The sensation now, we want it to be along the right side of the neck. We don't want it in the hips or the feet. So make whatever adjustments you need to make so that you are comfortable sitting here. Can you feel the tension and the tightness melting away? Change sides. Let your hands come down, low back, and then over to the right sides. Right shoulder, right elbow come toward one another. Opening up the entire left side of your neck. All the way back up into center. Left hand goes behind, right arm goes to the outside of the left knee, and you twist. Looking over the left shoulder if it's comfortable in your body. Coming back into center. Take it to the opposite side. Right hand comes behind, and then the left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, and you twist. Coming back to center. And begin to make some slow rolls with your head. Making the rolls as large as you can make them. And as slow as you can go.
If you find a particular area that feels tense or tight, I want you to pause there. Take an isolated inhale, cleansing exhale, and then continue on moving. When you inhale, your chin is reaching up towards the ceiling, and the exhale, your chin is in towards your chest. Slowing it down. As much as you can. Going in the opposite direction. Then coming back into center. Who cares what your hair is like over your face? Turning your chin over your right shoulder. Inhale back into center. Turn it over your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Let's begin to come back to center of your head and draw big circles with your shoulders up towards the ears, back behind you, and then down towards the ground. Forward, up, back, and down. Take it in the opposite direction. Then make your way back onto all fours. Some gentle cat-cows. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your feet are straight out from your knees, which are straight under your hips. Inhale, you send the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Look up, and exhale. You round and arch to the back. Inhale, ripple through your spine. Exhale, arch it back. Inhaling. Exhaling. Maybe begin to wiggle your spine, rippling it all the way through one vertebra after another. With your eyes closed, you can really begin to visualize this. And then release it all the way back into your child's pose again. Inhale, all fours. As you lower, you're going to slide your chest through your hands and lift up into cobra. Shoulders back, legs long, thighs are engaged, protecting the low back. Exhale and release your head down. Inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up cobra, maybe lift up a little bit higher. Exhale. exhale, release. Inhale, lifting up cobra. Or upward facing dog with your lower body on the floor. Exhale and release.
Inhale, lifting it up.
Head is the last part of the body to look up. Exhale, lower it down. Coming onto your elbows. You're going to come into Sphinx pose. So in Sphinx pose, your glutes are relaxed, your thighs are relaxed, your shins, your calves are relaxed. Your chest is pulling forward, your shoulders back, and your spine is long. I often like to flip my palms open to the ceiling as a way to release. I find when my palms are down, I'm kind of gripping and holding on. Slowly begin to lower all the way down. Let your left ear come to the mat as you look over towards your right side and slide your left knee out along the floor. Sliding the left knee down. Legs are straight. Lifting up in that Sphinx pose again. But if you want to take it further into seal, your palms are pressed down in front, your low back. Everything is relaxed from the low back down. Pressing into your hands, straightening your arms. You're thinking of growing your spine longer, pulling your heart forward, lengthening through the crown of your head, opening your heart space. If it's too intense for you in Sphinx, you can always come back down to seal. If you're here and you've noticed that you've engaged your glutes, let them relax and soften. You don't need to crank your head back. That's actually compressing the vertebra in your neck. You want to lengthen. I'm feeling a lot in my low back, so I'm going to come back to Sphinx. You can stay wherever feels best in your body. And we're going to slide the right knee out to the side, let the right ear come to the floor, looking over towards the left side. Slowly lifting your body all the way up onto all fours. Taking the time to come onto your back, laying all the way down. I'll scooch this out of my way and I'll go this way. Let your legs come out in front. Your hands off the edges of your mat. A brief moment in Shavasana. Then slide your hips to the left edge of your mat. Keep your entire body staying in this shape. You're not lifting either glutes or bum cheeks from the mat. And then slide your right and left heel to the bottom right hand corner of your mat. Shimmy your shoulders to the top right hand corner of your mat. And just stay here for a moment. If you want to take it further, you can bring your arms up overhead. I'm going to hide up in my hood. You can clasp your arms together. Hold on to opposite elbows. Feel this really nice opening all along the left side of your body. And if you still want more, you can cross the left ankle over the right. Ensuring there's no compression of the low back. You're just building space and stretching out the left side. Your head can fall wherever feels comfortable. One of the biggest things I miss is hands-on assists. It would open me up into places that I never knew existed in my body. And all I needed was somebody to help me there. And like everything in life, if we have some support, it's generally easier for success, whatever it is we want to get to. Slowly uncrossing your ankles. Bringing your hands back alongside your body. Take a moment in Shavasana. That's just not comfortable. And then slide your hips to the right side of your mat. Oh my God, there's a lot going on in my low back. So I'm gonna move super gently through this. If you're ready for it, you can just move into the entire expression. Taking your time though as you go to feel each sensation as you bring your heels to the bottom left hand side this time. And you shimmy your shoulders to the top left hand side. Your arms might come overhead. And maybe you cross the right ankle over the left. Oh, it feels so good.
Slowly uncrossing the ankles, letting your arms come back alongside your body. Oh. Take your time. And then we're going to make our way over to a wall space. We're going to finish with our legs at the wall. If you don't have a wall accessible to you, you can lift your legs up onto a chair into a 90-degree angle of some kind, or onto a bed. And if none of that's available, then you can just do Shavasana. I am going to spin myself around, walk my bum in closer to the wall, and allow your legs to extend all the way up. Oftentimes people like to extend their arms out to the side here. I personally love to rest my left hand on my heart and my right hand on my belly. Slowly letting your knees fall down into your chest. Or staying exactly as you are if you want to stay with your legs at the wall. You can roll onto your sides and make your way up into your final comfortable seat. Be closed and your hands come into your heart center if that's comfortable for you. Today's reading, November 6th. Value each moment. How often we wait for those grand moments of revelation, those intense times that burst us into transformation.
those turning points that forever change us and our lives. Those are the dramatic moments we write about, see in movies, and long for in our lives. Yes, they are wonderful, but turning points such as those happen only a couple of times in a movie and a few times in a lifetime. Each moment of each day in our lives is a valuable turning point, an important part of our spiritual growth, an important scene in the movie of our lives. Each feeling is important: boredom, fear, hate, love,